everybody. Welcome to the Vantage Point. It is an amazing day here in Indianapolis, Indiana. To my right, you have Crystal Dunn and Jennifer Rogers. To my left, Takoya Porter, and I'm Jessica Mosley. I'm so excited about this topic today because we are going to be discussing fake friends. How do you know when you have genuine friends? How do you know? What is your definition of friendship? What is a friend bound to? I think sometimes we put so many rules to our friends. But let me just start off by saying this. If I have an event that's very near and dear to my heart, like the grand opening of a school, or I get married,
right?
Or, then I expect you to be a part of that. I have book signings, no, because I've had more than one, more than several. But you see what I'm saying? What is your definition of a friend? Now, let me say this. As you get older, the list changes. There's certain requirements that I don't have of you. Like, you don't have to go out with me every time I go somewhere. Or, I don't have to talk to you every week, every month. No.
That's true, though.
Because I have best friends that I've been friends with for, 28 years. And we don't talk every week, every month. But when we pick up, it's like we picked up right where we left off. Mm-hmm. And that is my friend. If there's nothing I wouldn't do for you, I would go the extra mile for you, probably the extra city, state, whatever. Mm-hmm. But what is your definition of friendship? Anybody can just jump in. And have you ever had a real friend?
Yes, I have real friends.
Oh, really? Not just playing.
I do. I have real friends. I think I have tiers of friends. Like, I have some that have been there, like, they're just forever. They're forever. Crystal's one of my good friends. Jenny's a good friend. She's the best godmother ever. And Crystal...
She should give classes.
Wait, did you notice that she did not mention it?
I was going down the
Ahead,
list.
go down
Oh, my
the list.
goodness.
See what I'm talking about?
But no, I was bringing up Crystal too because she's more like a sister. Like, we used to fight when we were young. You remember that, Chris?
Mm-hmm. Everybody fights with Crystal.
Actually,
Not true.
No, Crystal knows how to bring the dog out in you, I'm telling you.
But she was like a sister, like one of the friends you just not gonna get rid of just because y'all got mad or fight.
Right.
But isn't that friendship though?
Yeah, I think so.
I think in friendships you fight, you argue, and then you're like, well, where are we going to get something to eat at?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because that is friendship. I think the Bible says it like this: a friend. I don't want to mess it up. A friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. That's Proverbs 17. And I think that's true. I think that a friend, they go through with you. The good times, the bad. When I had my kids, Takoya was there, and I'm with my husband. But that's just stuff what friends do.
What? That is not what we were.
Oh, my bad. Because I was like, what does that mean?
I don't know where Sister Jessica went with that, but I think Takoya and I have known each other since we were at least 6 or 7. Mm-hmm. We got history.
But does the length of time define as the strength of it? Because you can be friends, you could be knowing somebody 30 years. That doesn't mean that that's your friend.
Well, if I'm talking about Takoya, that would fit that category. Mm-hmm. There's people I've known for 30 years, but I wouldn't consider them a BFF or a very close friend.
Well, what defines a friend? Why do you say Takoya is your friend?
I think our relationship. We got history as far as how we communicate, being there. We have probably stories we're not allowed to share.
I'll share hers though.
She shares mine, I will share hers. We're talking middle school, high school, and adulthood. Like you said, we've shared events.
Yeah.
Like we all have.
Yeah.
One way or another, we have been around for a major part of each other's lives. Yeah. Whether we join the story, as Sister Harris would say, in the middle, or whether we've been there from the early stages, or if we're just joining now, I think the friendship evolves because of how we treat each other, how we interact with each other. Like you said, there's people that I could talk to that I consider close friends that I don't talk to them every day. Mm-hmm. But I know when we do talk, we're not trying to establish a friendship again. We're not trying to, do I trust you? Can I share with you what I'm about? No, because our history and our relationship has already been verified.
Yeah.
I want to go. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just thinking. I was like, yep. There's definitely different kinds of friends. Because then I thought about just thinking down the road. Since you act like I didn't go down the road. See now, Jenny's who I call my husband's acting up. She's that friend. Like, girl.
Because that's my brother. He knows I'm going to help him.
You know, it's just,
Takes advice from you, Jenny.
And just if you ever need to be motivated to do something,
Yes.
or just something you didn't even know you wanted to do.
Like a talk show.
I just have different tiers of friends.
Go ahead, Jenny. Did you have something that you wanted to say? I want to talk about it in a more serious light. No, because that's me respecting my friend. Let me tell you something, because everybody can't handle me, you know?
No.
And I'm being serious with that, because I have a serious side and I have a very goofy side, you know? And sometimes people can't, they be like, I didn't know you was that silly. I thought you was out serious. That's because you don't know me, okay? But I think one of the things that is the most hurtful thing when you find out, like David said, it was my friend, my brother, who I went into the temple with, worshiped with, that betrayed me. Have you ever been betrayed by a friend? Someone that you considered, like they knew things about you that if it got out, you would be mortified. Have you ever had a friend to betray you? I'll tell you one of my stories. So when my son's father was murdered, Michael was 8 days old. Then another young lady had a baby the following month, and then my friend had a baby that December. Now, we ain't number 17 years old. I'm like, girl, you used to go to the candy store with me. You know, you spend that with my grandma's house with me. But I thought she was my friend. And I was like, how would I have had today, thinking about that? I think it would have been more detrimental to me, because I now know the value of a friend versus of when I was a kid. Like, I was like, okay, I forgive you.
So was it you didn't say it was the same baby daddy, right?
It was the same baby daddy. He was
Okay.
dead, though. You know what I mean? But my point is, the 17-year-old Jessica versus the 40-some-year-old Jessica, I don't know if I could have just easily let her back into my life like that. Whereas we were kids, you know, doing grown-up things, but still, you were now that I look back on it, I was like, you snake. You know, but then I was just like, well, you know, you tricked both of us. You know, just, no, but your value of friend, and I'm being serious, because we do have that as friends. We think people are our friends, smile in our face, laugh with us, come up. That's why I don't deal with women at my house, because I just don't be wanting no drama. But I'm just being, in all sincerity, like, what, have you ever been betrayed by a friend?
I can say I don't think I ever have. One, I don't let people get that close to me. I don't tell anybody stuff that I don't feel gets out. I just don't.
Did you learn over time?
Huh?
What
No,
is-
I just have never been that kind of tell your business kind of person. So I wouldn't tell anything that I don't care is broadcast on social media.
Jenny, I don't like
I just
when you do
don't.
that.
I just
'cause it's so bland.
How can I can't help be who I am.
Okay.
Are you my friend?
Of
Don't you
course.
accept me for who I am?
Sometimes.
You need to accept me for who I am.
Sometimes.
Anyway.
It depends on the day and what Sequoia says.
I didn't say, have I been hurt by a friend?
Yeah.
Yes, but I can't say betrayed. I think that's a big word, like you violated something, you know, one of my core values. No, that's never happened to me. But again, I'm just not one of those people. I think people are capable of anything. They're human.
I don't
And
like that.
the fact that people are capable of anything, you put no confidence in the flesh. You just don't.
Jenny,
people are
I think
capable
that's
of
a bland
anything.
statement.
And
I'm sorry.
it is what it is.
I think
sis.
it's bland, because I think that when you and I work closely together, and I do consider you my friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know things about me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you were to betray me, it would probably be detriment to me. And I'm just being honest,
Mm-hmm.
because I do put you in that, because everybody don't get close to me either.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So that to me makes me nervous.
What?
What you said.
Sorry.
Why we were saying? It makes me nervous.
Again, if you were to betray me, again, I don't know what that means. I don't know
You
what
don't know
entails.
yes, you
I don't know what entails betrayal from a friend. Like you sleep with my husband, my cute husband. He's cute.
Oh, you ain't never got to worry about me. I ain't never been a strange woman.
But what do we consider betrayal? Because I think you getting your feelings hurt is different than betrayal.
I'm not talking about, you hurt my feelings all the time. So I'm not talking about I'm not my hurt feelings. I'm talking about betrayal. And everyone has a different boundary with that.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
But there's certain things that you know, and we have talks like this all the time, so no need to write in and say, what's going on with Jenny and Jessica. But what, no, wait,
She's
let me
always
ask.
attacking me. I mean, are you watching? Are you paying attention? Are you taking
No,
notes?
she targets me with her comments. What do you got to say, Crystal? Or do
This
you
is
have-
great.
What do you got to say? No. Have you ever been betrayed by a friend?
I think,
I'm asking a definitive question, Crystal.
but you're asking me to answer
I
it.
am
So,
asking a
so
no,
Crystal
because I don't
gets
wanna
to
tell you
answer.
how
I
I'm
like your answer. It doesn't matter what
but
you
that's
say.
fine. That's what makes this so
I don't think we're
fun
tiptoeing.
because we're not
Okay, I
we're
know
not
what's
yes
going on
girls
here.
and we're not always going to agree with each other. But how I
We
choose
don't.
to answer is how I answer it. But when I
Listen,
think of betray, another word that comes to mind have I ever been shocked or hurt that a friend did something or said something? The answer to that is absolutely yes. Again, betray to me means you were close to me or I trusted you with something and you betrayed my trust. Have I ever experienced that? Yeah.
Nobody can betray you that's not close to you.
Agreed.
That's just
I agree with
period.
that.
Judas, the only way you can betray me is because you're close to me. So I'm talking about somebody, but we'll move on from that because we're going to agree to disagree on that. Because let me tell you
Disagreeing
something.
with our answer.
I know what we
Disagreeing
disagreed
that I
about.
didn't.
No.
I think the expectation is that some people on this panel expect you to answer the question the way they want you to answer the
Hey,
question
listen,
and agree with them.
Listen, I'm not necessarily. I don't
It's
think when
okay if we don't agree. It's okay.
No, they'll never agree with me if they come together. But you know what? You know you're dangerous when they got to get together to rally against you. No, seriously, Sequoia, have you ever been
This
betrayed
is
by a
exactly
friend?
what a phone conversation with all four of us is like. This is really what it would be like.
I want to give a shout out, not a sweet. Sequoia, have you ever been betrayed, or have you been the betrayer? Have you ever betrayed somebody?
I think I betrayed somebody when I was a teenager. Yeah, I know I did because I.
Mark a man's
Yeah.
past. I knew that's good, she did.
So you want us to answer, then you're going to beat us up for
But
answers.
I'm teasing.
yeah,
I'm
I know I
teasing.
did when I was a teenager, but as an adult or as a child, I can say yes, I've been betrayed. I mean, you know, your friends go tell you stuff. But as an adult, no. I think I really grew up in, so I didn't go just keep like cycles like that going, and I don't keep people around who betray me, or I think would.
You tuned in to the realest Christian talk show ever, The Vantage Point. When we come back, we're going to continue our discussion. Fake friends versus genuine friends. And I got something to say. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Did you know that when you are quiet, your voice is missing to God's ears? I know some of us have prayed and we're wondering, how long should I pray about this? Why should I pray if God already knows? How will I know God is answering? And what do I do when I feel like God's not listening? But God is listening for your voice. It's too quiet in this world for the troubles we have. You have to raise your voice, and God wants to hear from you. It's Too Quiet, a book about prayer. It's designed to answer your prayer questions and build your faith. Visit presstopray.com.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, the boss's boss. If 1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes, that means it could be you, your barber, your barber's barber.
Nice work.
Thanks.
You, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse.
Yes.
You, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. Or you, your co-pilot, your co-pilot's co-pilot. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org to know where you stand.
Welcome back, everybody, to The Vantage Point. I am your host, Jessica Mosley, alongside with the other hosts, Crystal and Jenny. And Takoya, just go with it, Jenny. Why you always gotta make those expressions?
I said
See, my
nothing.
friend Jenny,
I'm
friend.
just looking at her.
No, but I do want to pick back up the subject about friends, genuine friendship. How do you know you have a real friend? And you know, it's funny that women, we still talk about this at our age. Like, do friends supposed to be at everything that you have or support everything that you have? Milestone birthdays, you know, throw you a party, do different things. Should they have to do that, bear that burden? Like, what's going on? No, seriously. Some people think that you should.
I'm going to go back to my original statement.
Clean it up,
you
girl.
have to be mutually agreeing on the level of friendship that you have. Because for you to expect me to do something that I don't know that that's the kind of relationship we have, I just don't think that's fair.
Jenny, I don't think nobody know what their expectations with you are.
I would tell them if they asked me.
She's so mean.
I am one of those people that will go all out for just about anybody that I come in contact with. It doesn't mean you have to be a super close friend of mine for me to be willing to go out of my way to help you. I would help anybody. I know you're not even.
No, so I want to know. So
about
you
to go there, sis.
So then I need
Deborah's
to put,
Place Donation Center. That's all I need to say about that. But I think, again, when it's expected, is to me is a little different. Like I don't like expectations being put on me when we haven't defined what our relationship is.
So you have to define it. Do
I
we have
think
to
you
have a
do.
meeting and say, hey,
I mean-
you're my best friend. You know,
Well, somebody
you
called me the other day and said, do you want to be my best friend? I'm going to let you be my honorary best friend. I guess I'll let you guess who on
Somebody
this
else said
panel
that to
said that.
me.
Yeah, because they're going around talking about everybody's their
Somebody
best
said that
friend.
to me.
So there's no
No, that had to be
exclusivity.
you. I don't even know. I'm like, that is so weird. We are not in second grade. Why are we sending notes or talking about, do you
Will
want to
you be my best friend?
No.
Yes or no?
No,
said
man.
that to you. Takoya.
Do I think you have to have a conversation and say, okay, we're best friends? I think the relationship defines itself.
Yeah.
But let's just be clear on what the relationship is and not, overreaching.
Okay.
Right?
So then let's not overreach.
Because if you don't buy me a card for my birthday, don't expect me to throw you a birthday party for yours. Because we're not those kind of friends, right?
Wait.
We're just not those kind of friends. That's just, to me,
You got
it's
flowers.
okay.
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
I love you. My thing is, listen, you don't have to buy me stuff to be my friend.
Right.
You don't have to take me out, but there are certain expectations of friends that I expect from people. If we're considering ourselves, because it's a relationship. It's a relationship. Love gives, and it receives.
But as long as you make those expectations known, then there's the chances for us falling out about that are a lot less. I just think you can't expect stuff from people and not tell them what you expect. I don't think that's fair.
I get what you're saying. I don't. Those kind of conversations are just so corny to me. I'm serious.
Please.
I've never had. I think if I have to think about it too hard at this point in my life, you're just not going to be my friend. Because I just don't have the energy to invest in conversations with females, especially about what our relationship
I
is.
think it's because of. I agree.
Yeah, that's just where I stand. I'm
agree.
not going to do that. So my good friends will not expect me to either.
Well, if they know you and
They really won't.
you don't call or don't text,
I mean,
if they
I'll
know,
probably
if they know those things about you, then it's not like, that's a little different. But
Yeah.
when people get their feelings hurt about somebody not meeting their expectations, that's different. Because who did you tell?
And I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Who did you tell you expected them to do this, right? Who did you tell?
I think disappointment demands a conversation.
Right.
But just
Well,
like
let's
to
have
say
one
we're
of these
friends. Huh?
Let's have one.
Girl.
Let it be known that I love Jenny, but I'll probably never get as creative as she does when it comes to gifts and the way she does things. That doesn't mean I don't love her. It's just that expectation can never be set on me because that's not my pattern. But again, I think as we get older, those expectations, they change. I don't need someone to call me every day. When I was in high school, because I wanted to check in, I wanted to tell you, no, I don't require that, but I wouldn't consider you not my friend because I don't talk to you every day. I think we have to go back to when you originally talked about being betrayed or dealing with disappointment, I think if they're truly your friend, you can have that conversation with them. Because if I piggyback off of something Jenny just said,
Oh, wow.
I have to
They
have
got you now, Crystal.
an expectation of, I think I should understand what type of relationship we have. Even earlier, I'll piggyback again off of the tears. You know, I think right now I have at least 43 unread text messages. You know, I talk to a lot of people, and some of them, sometimes I've learned that people feel closer to you than what you may consider them. That's when you run into these female adult issues.
Right.
Because I thought we were closer than that. Well, what did I do to make you think we were closer than that? Or what didn't I do to value what you put on this relationship? And again, I think it's girl stuff, it's women stuff. You know, we do that. I don't really hear guys doing that, but I think we do that, and if we communicate effectively, your feelings still might be hurt, but you'll have an understanding of what this friendship is or is not. And I think that's where we're at. You just gotta, girl, it would be different if it was my birthday and none of you guys said anything to me. Would I be hurt? I would be like, dang, not one person remembered my birthday today. But then there's others that if they didn't text me or anything, I would be like, oh, because we don't have that kind of relationship. So that's why I think you don't have to have a meeting about what the relationship is per se, but how you interact will define that to me.
I disagree with everything that was been said today. I think it's a bunch of hogwash. Let me tell you something. When you are friends with somebody, you prioritize that friendship. Now, let me tell you. So I texted Koya. I didn't get a response.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's kind of
No, but
normal,
that is
by
our
the way.
communication style. And does that mean that she's not my friend? I'm like, hey, did you get my text? Oh, yeah, I've just been very busy. Okay, I said to Koya, so you couldn't just...
Respond to her now, Takoya.
I was gonna look and see.
But my point is, in all seriousness, I think you prioritize your friendships, and I think Jenny made a very valid point a couple of shows ago about what is you need to be clear about what, don't put that expectation on me. We need to be clear about what this friendship is, because there are only, I think one of my best friends, she was like, hey, I text you. I was like, you know what? I meant to respond. And that was just it, you know? But if certain people don't respond back to me, then I'm going to confront them and say, hey, did you get my text message? It was a simple answer text, you know what I mean? But
As a friend, what don't you agree with now? You just
It's
disagree
smoke
with
screens and
everything?
mirrors. I think that it's just smoke. Listen, everybody knows what their expectations are. I expect certain things from...
But you have those conversations, Jess.
I'm gonna have it. If I
Everybody
value
does it.
your relationship,
Everybody does it.
if I value your relationship, I'm gonna have it.
I think we're
So
all
what is
clear
the
on our
smoke screen?
expectations.
What is that, and what's the hogwash?
first
I
of
need
all,
to
listen to
understand
me.
that, because we're
Don't come
friends,
for
and
the
so
door.
when you say that, that makes me feel some
you
kind of
gotta know.
way.
Why do you feel
so
that way?
what is it?
Well, Jenny
Because
did say you're very sensitive. Jenny said it. look, I'm teasing, Chris.
Don't be
Look,
making up stuff.
No, I'm not. It's the truth.
Jerome knows
So
it. But
even
Derek loves
if,
it.
even
Look,
if
Takoya
Jenny
loves the
said
drama.
I'm very sensitive, which I am
I'm just playing,
sensitive.
Chris.
You are sensitive. But I didn't.
But since I'm so sensitive,
I
I
was
need
teasing,
to
Crystal,
understand
Lord
what this
Jesus.
hogwash and smoke screen is.
No,
you keep
because I
saying
think-
we have bland responses.
It
And I
is.
want to
I don't
understand
even
why
know
are
what
they
that
bland
You
to
don't know
you?
what bland responses mean?
No, what do you interpret as being a bland?
I think you just should tell how you really feel.
Well, you don't.
So what do you think we're telling? How we don't feel?
Are you talking about you, or are you speaking for Crystal and Takoya as well? I mean, Jenny and Crystal and Takoya as
Okay.
well.
Well, so we need to direct it. I'll say
Okay,
I'm
direct it
speaking
to
for
you.
myself.
Okay?
Yes.
I think that people want to know the real truth. Like Jenny says she doesn't care. Yes, you
I
do.
never said
Yes,
I
you just
don't
said.
care.
You did say you didn't care.
When did I say
She
that?
said she didn't care.
I am so lost.
Yeah,
I
we're
knew
confused
it.
about this
It's-
topic.
you know what?
I do think that
I
from
knew
a
it. Don't
friendship
nobody never hear that
perspective,
Jenny say. I'm
but
telling you.
I didn't say I don't care. I care very deeply about people. I just don't. I am not one of those people that I have this group of friends and I don't have any other groups. I
Yeah.
mean, I
Yeah, I agree
I
with
can get
that.
along with anybody. I'll go to dinner and go to lunch with anybody. It doesn't
I
really
won't.
matter to me.
I won't do that.
I am one of those people. I can be what you need, but sometimes what I need, I still am struggling to figure out what that is, to be honest, because
Now, that
friendships
was a
are a
genuine
little
answer.
difficult because I have such high expectations of myself, it's hard not to put that on other people.
And you do
You know
that,
what I'm
Jenny.
saying?
You do put your no, she
I-
does.
you-
That's probably the most truthful
I
thing she
do.
said on this
I
show.
need to see this response
I put
grade
my
book. What's the
expectations
measure? What
on
makes
other
it-
people, so that can be difficult, and that can make friendships difficult. Because when you do expect people to do what you do, like I can't expect people to react in friendship the way I react in friendship, and I think sometimes being on the other side of that can be hurtful because you're like, well, I would have done this. Why aren't they doing this?
Yeah.
Well, people don't always think like that. I got the gift of helps. People don't usually see things the way I see them when it comes to somebody needing something. So it's very difficult for people to even know how to help me.
I agree with that. I have actually, there are some people I admire because of the way they think about people. Now, don't get it twisted, because I think about people a lot. I serve people a lot. That's what I do with my life. But then, like, you go like an extra mile. Or like Rochelle Gibson, she does such nice stuff for people. And I really wonder, like, how did you think of that? Because I don't. And if
naturally.
and if I have
yes,
to
you
think
do.
that
Yeah,
hard, no,
you do.
not the same way they do. They
I'm
go
not-
the whole
It
empty.
really is, and you as a person, and I know if Rochelle was here, she would agree, it puts you in such a weird place with people.
A vulnerable place.
Because you feel like I don't have who I am. You know what I'm saying?
That makes
and that means I struggle to assign that value to myself. Like, am I worth that kind of effort? Even though I put that kind of effort into other people.
Jenny, that was
So-
the realest thing you said today.
The second.
That was really.
But I'm just saying,
That was
from a
good.
friendship perspective, people that are wired the way I am, we do struggle with that because you assign this value to everybody that you come in. If somebody calls me and says they need something, I'm going to figure out how to take whatever they have and make it the best because I want them to be successful. But do I feel like I get that same energy? No, but that can be a struggle for me. Thinking,
I
well,
not
I
give
have
you
to
what you
realize
give
people
me?
don't think the way I think. It's not fair, right? To assign that to them. And so I have to move past it. So that's all.
Are you okay?
I'm okay, Kristen.
We're trying, Jenny. I just don't
No,
know
it's
how.
not like See, this is why I don't say stuff.
No,
Because
I
then
think
people
this is
start
good.
feeling
I
some
don't
kind of way.
care.
But
I
I'm
don't
just
care.
trying to be transparent for those out there
that's
that
a
do feel
very
like
valid
that.
I feel as though I give to you a
Oh
lot.
my gosh, she used to make it about her.
I know because
It's not about anybody at this
No,
on this
that's
show.
not what I'm saying. See how she put? Oh, y'all something else.
I think she
Something-
should feel that valuable. I think this is a great discussion to continue maybe on our podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have been tuned in to the Vantage Point where you will get our type of answers, whether they're genuine, bland, smoke screens. Thank you for tuning in. See you next week.